Good morning, friends. Welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. Let us check what happened in US market yesterday. So yesterday there was a statement from US Fed Governor Jerome Powell in US Parliament, and he went on record to say that they are still studying the incoming data, and inflation is although inflation is under control, that is still above the 2% benchmark level, and the rate cut is something which is certain in this calendar year. However, the timing of rate cut is not yet finalized, and so there is no major impact of the same on overall equity market. In fact, yesterday post this statement, we have seen recovery in the US market, and in the second half, at the end of the day, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500, all the three indices were in trading in green. At the same time, in terms of the key indicators, we have seen some cool off in US 10-year bond yield to the tune of 5 basis point, and it's trading close to 4.10, 4.11 level. US dollar index is stable between 103 and 104, and at the same time, the Brent crude is up by 1%. That's not a major change which we have seen across the global indicators, key benchmark indicators. Moving on to the other Asian markets. So today morning, all the Asian market, whether it's Japan, Australia, Korea, all the Asian indices are trading in green, mimicking the US market. And Nikkei 225 is trading up by 198 points and flirting at levels of 40,288 levels. Australian markets are up by 0.3%. Kospi is up by 0.24%. And as we speak today, GIFT Nifty is also trading in a marginally positive territory, and this clearly indicates that we may open on a positive note as we start trading at 9:15 a.m. So yesterday, moving on to yesterday, what happened yesterday was at the start of the day, we have seen a massive sell-off in the equity market, led by the rub-off effect of basically IIFL Finance and JM Financial on entire NBFC sector. So majority of the NBFC companies were under pressure. However, during the fag end of the day, we have seen a massive recovery in Nifty and Sensex, and Nifty and Sensex managed to close at life high. So Nifty was up to the tune of 118 points and have settled at 22,475 levels, whereas Sensex was up by 408 points and have settled at 74,085 levels. So that's a positive sign. However, if you see the texture of the market, it is clearly indicating that the rally is very narrow at the current juncture, and it is only the large cap pack which is participating in this rally. On the other hand, we are seeing a profit booking in the entire mid cap and small cap sector. So there are many stocks, more than 800 to 1000 stocks, which have corrected more than 20% from their 52-week high. And this is clearly getting reflected even in the market breadth data. So if we study advance to decline ratio, so yesterday, despite of market scaling new life high, we have seen 3000 stocks were trading in red as compared to only 856 stocks which were trading in green, right? So number of stocks which have hit 52-week high yesterday was minuscule 180 stocks. On the other hand, number of stocks which have hit 52-week low have increased dramatically, and that has hit 97 number. So if you remember earlier, the 52-week low number used to be in the single digit 5, 6, 8 stocks, and now that has gone close to triple digit number. 97 stocks have hit the 52-week low. So this is again a clear indication that markets are poised in favor of large caps. Small caps and mid caps are seeing profit booking. The profit booking is mainly due to excessive rally, very expensive valuation, and at the same time, in few sectors we are seeing regulatory overhang that is leading to a profit booking in mid cap and small cap. Moving on to the fund flow. So yesterday again, it was a positive day as far as FII and DII buying is concerned. So foreign institutional investor were buyer to the tune of 2767 crore, whereas domestic institutional investor were buyer to the tune of 2150 crore. So that's again, this clearly shows that smart money is moving in the market, whereas we are seeing a profit booking from retail and HNI investor, whose majority of them are positioned around the mid cap and small cap stocks. Moving on to the key news to focus on. NLC India, yesterday post market closing, Government of India has announced offer for sale, wherein government will be selling 9.7 crore shares at rupees 212 per share. Kindly note, today will be the first day as far as institutional investors are concerned who can apply in NLC India. On the other hand, on Monday, it will be a retail investor day who can apply for NLC India. Another block deal that is likely to happen today is in Mahindra and Mahindra, wherein the promoter are offloading 93 lakh share, that is 0.75% stake in the company. And that the block deal is close to 1800 crore. And the promoter has went on record to say that there will not be any additional selling from the promoter after this block. And today, when this block deal is executed, we may see some marginal pressure on the stock, and it is advisable to add the stock in the portfolio, as we all know that the company is doing very well on passenger vehicle side, SUV side. That portfolio continue to do well, and this is one of our top pick in the auto sector. And we have recently released the note under Rockstars of quarterly result series 8, and Mahindra is also a part of that series, so you can refer to that note on SBI Securities website. At the same time, it is available on SBI Securities Telegram channel, and in case you are client of SBI Securities, you can ask your dealer or advisor to forward the note to you. Moving on to the other development on Vedanta. So basically, Supreme Court has denied the permission to Vedanta to restart the operation at its copper smelter in Tamil Nadu. However, Vedanta has went on record to say that they will take all possible legal solution, including possibility of filing a review petition against the top court decision. So again, we need to track this development, what is happening on Vedanta front. Moving on to Hindustan Aeronautics, again the company will remain under focus. Earlier contract of light combat aircraft for HAL, the value of the contract has been revised from 2700 crore earlier to 5077 crore. So that's marginally positive as far as Hindustan Aeronautics is concerned. Again, we continue to like the business as far as HAL is concerned. Moving on to the next stock, which is Subex. Again, a small size IT company. So they have prominent. They have secured a deal from a prominent telecom operator in Southeast Asia for deploying its state-of-art business assurance and fraud management solution on Hypersense. So the stock will remain under focus today. Keynes Technology, the company has signed an technology provision agreement with ISO to enable unit to set up a supply chain for OSAT business in India. Jupiter Wagon, again this company will remain under focus. Yesterday post closing of markets, we have seen the company has received order worth 956 crore for supplying 2237 box wagon to Ministry of Railway. So that's positive as far as Jupiter Wagon is concerned. Moving on to the next development, which is on GPT Infra. The company has received order worth 135 crore from North Central Railway Uttar Pradesh, and that augurs well for GPT Infra. Vikas Lifecare, again a small cap company, they have received a patent for multi-layer plastic recycling process, so that stock can remain under focus. Moving on to the IPO corner. So today Mukka Protein, which is a small company, will debut on the stock exchange. The issue price was close to 28 rupees per share. RK Swami, yesterday was the last day for IPO, and the issue got subscribed 26 times. So that's a very phenomenal response which the RK Swami IPO has received. Today, 2 IPOs are open to be where one can participate in IPO. One is JG Chemical. It's the last day as far as JG Chemical is concerned. The issue has already been subscribed 6 times on day 2. And we would recommend that it's a small cap company, and if somebody want to apply for this IPO, one can apply for the listing gain. And Gopal Snacks, so yesterday was the day 1 as far as Gopal Snacks is concerned, and now today is the day 2, so one can apply for Gopal Snacks if somebody is a medium to long term investor. I feel the valuation at which the IPO is coming is slightly expensive, and hence the listing gains may be very muted in Gopal Snacks. So if somebody is a really medium to long term investor, he can apply for a one lot in Gopal Snacks, then track the company over the period of a quarter or 2, and then gradually add the position in Gopal Snacks. Moving on to the institutional activity. So yesterday we have seen in dollar industry, Bajrang Kumar Gupta, one of the promoter, have sold 5 lakh shares, and that has been lapped up by Fidelity Asia Fund. So there is a hand change between promoter and Fidelity Asia Fund in dollar industry. So yesterday there were three major block deal. First is on Zomato. So we have seen Anfin Singapore offloading close to 2% stake in company at 160 rupees per share, and majority of that block has been lapped up by Morgan Stanley Asia Fund. Again, we continue to remain bullish on Zomato with a price target of 200 plus over the period of next 3 to 6 months. Samvardhana Motherson International. So we have seen Sumitomo offloading close to 30 crore share, that is 4.4% stake at an aggregate price of 121 per share. And in the RBL Bank, Matthew Syriac, the owner of Florentry, basically have bought 32 lakh share, that is 0.5% at 250 per share. So again, Matthew Syriac has been in limelight for identifying many multi-bagger ideas earlier, and this stock can remain under focus today. In terms of insider trade, so we have seen buying from promoters of some distilleries and breweries. So they have bought 10,000 shares on 6th of March, whereas we have seen selling from promoter group entity partner group 42 lakh shares in Avas Financial Services. So that's negative as far as Avas Financial Services is concerned. If I have to sum up today's discussion, Indian equity markets are trading are trading at life high, in fact, and the rally has narrowed during the last few weeks. So we have seen a rally in selective large cap companies, whereas we are seeing a profit booking in mid cap and small cap, and that is bound to happen after a massive rally which we have seen between April 23 to Feb 24 period. 8 to 9 months were very good period for mid cap and small cap, and close to more than 800 to 1000 stocks have corrected by 20% from their 52-week high levels. So this clearly shows that the texture of the market is in favor of large cap, and this doesn't mean that mid cap and small cap will fall off the radar for a significant longer period of time. It may happen for next 2-3 weeks. We may see some shake off as far as mid cap small cap is concerned, and post consolidation then we may see again participation from mid cap and small cap after in the month of April or May. In terms of sectoral positioning, I feel banks, especially private banks, PSU banks, that should be on radar from a short to medium term perspective. Auto ancillary companies should be on radar from a short to medium term perspective. We have identified a list of 14 companies in our Rockstar Series 8. The note was released yesterday, and that's a mix of all large cap, mid cap, and small cap companies. So I would recommend you to go through that list. It's a well curated list wherein we have tried to cover 14 companies from different sector across the large cap, mid cap, and small cap. At the same time, that note capture the detail in a very brief what has happened in the different sector and what is our outlook on those sector going forward. Yeah, that's all for the day. Thanks for patiently listening to us. Have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.